We're here with Bev Lower, who is a Democratic candidate for Mercer County Treasurer. Bev, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am currently the Deputy Treasurer. I started with the county 14 years ago in the Circuit Clerk's office. I worked in the Circuit Clerk's office for 13 years and came down to the Treasurer's office a little over a year ago when Debbie Rose retired. After graduation from Rockridge High School, I studied accounting at Blackhawk, and I've worked in the accounting fields for a little over 22 years.
Great. So tell us, with all this accounting, how this makes you qualified for the position that you're going to be going into.
Well, I think it's been a very big learning experience with being with the county for 14 years because of the municipal county accounting is a little bit different than just regular accounting. You have procedures to follow, you have Illinois statute laws to follow, you have to report to the state, you have to report to the federal government, a lot of paperwork involved, and a lot of people involved.
And that brings up the point then that we've had problems in the area. Maybe not necessarily, although we have in the immediate area, we certainly had a problem. But we've had also communities around this area has had problems with money disappearing by those overseeing it. Your knowledge of procedures, obviously very important. How are you going to use that and your person skills in getting people to trust you with all this money?
Definitely procedures. There needs to be more than one person overseeing everything. There has to be several people involved, which we have already implemented in the Treasurer's office. Phyllis Bewley, the county clerk, has been working very closely with me. We've been changing some procedures between her office to our office, making things seen by more people, overseen by department heads, better reporting to the county board. We're seeing some different reporting to the county board.
And what do you mean by that? Give me some examples of, because the board obviously is the big elephant in the room, shall we say, where everything has to go through them and everything's got to run smoothly. So give me some examples of that, or at least one.
Okay, some examples are instead of the county board seeing a bottom line dollar as to maybe either what's in the account or accounts, because we oversee all the county departments' accounts, that they see activity in the accounts. They see the different ins, the outs, where it's going, where it's coming in, instead of just seeing a bottom dollar.
All right, and now, of course, the board is important. It's probably the most important aspect of your job, but also the people of Mercer County are a very important part of this as well. How are you going to be able to communicate all this with, say, somebody calls up and says, I want to know what blah, 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 what's going on with this account, what's going on with this account, when I can't get a budget from going to a meeting or whatever. How do we get that information out to the public?
Well, information on like what's in the departments or more on tax collecting information. The office is split a little bit up into two entities. You do have your tax collecting side, which I think is most of your interaction with the Mercer County citizens, which is great to be able to do. And of course, with that way, you want them to feel comfortable with calling in and seeing what their property taxes are and what they owe. And a lot of people are, a lot of how can you pay them. And then on the other end of that, you have taxing districts that receive the money, and you want them comfortable with them knowing that they've received all the money that you've collected. And a lot of that is just having good software, having good reporting, having your software report accurate numbers of what you've collected and what you've distributed. And as far as the other side of it, you want your department heads to feel comfortable with what they know, what's in their account, what they have to spend, where they are in their budgeting. And it's really all in a lot of good basic reporting.
Now, and speaking about reporting, is there a way that our local citizens can go online and get some of this information? Is there a website that they can go to for this? And if there is, how good is it?
Okay, we actually are right now in the process of setting up a website so people can go on and look at their property taxes. I've been working a lot with Mary McCullen, the supervisor of assessments, so we can get all the information on the website correctly. Once again, our software company has been a big help with all this, so they can get all the information on the website. We don't have the website information right now, but we will in 2 weeks. Title companies will be able to get on and do title searches for property taxes, banks, escrow companies, or just your individual themselves, and they will also be able to pay online.
Oh, good, good. So tell me, what makes Bev a better candidate for this position than, say, your opponent? What are we looking at here?
Knowing the office and having the opportunity in the past 6 months to be in there by myself, to learn everything that the office performs. I think there's a lot of things that people don't understand what we actually do in that office. They think it's all about money, which it basically is. I mean, you are, in charge of a lot of money. But there's also, serving the Mercer County citizens, making them happy and feeling comfortable about coming in and knowing what's going on with their property taxes, keeping department heads happy with reporting what they have in their accounts back to them, what they have spent, keeping the county board happy with not just seeing bottom line dollars, seeing the activity that's going on with the county board. And I think it's very, very important that when our auditors give us suggestions on things to change, different procedures to do, that's what we pay them for. I mean, that we should follow what they tell us to do. And it's up to the department heads and it's up to the county board to make sure that they are implemented. And I think, everybody's really gotten on board with that.
Very good. Okay, so is there anything you want to add to emphasize that you feel after all the elections coming up very, very soon? So let's put an exclamation point on all this. Bev Lower, what do we need to know?
I think that the Mercer County citizens do need to realize that experience does matter when it comes to working with their tax dollars and the state dollars and the federal dollars. I just hope that they go to the polls and they make the choice as to who's the best person for the job, who will be the least lag in service by picking up the pieces and moving forward.
Okay, well, this has been Bev Lower, who is running for Mercer County Treasurer on the Democratic ticket. Remember, election is March 18th, and we'll see you at the polls. Thank you, Bev.
Great, thank you.